This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Hello and welcome to News Tonight on NDTV Hindu. I'm Ramanathan. Another Indian fisherman attacked by Sri Lankan Navy, and this time it seems Chief Minister Karunanidhi has decided to buckle up and do something about the situation. Strong reactions coming in from the Chief Minister's office this evening. We will bring you all that, but first, the headlines. Another fisherman killed by the Sri Lankan Navy. Chief Minister furious announces 3 lakh rupee compensation and protests outside the Lankan. Prostitution racket shocks Chennai. A minor girl rescued in a flesh trade racket busted by the city. CBCID, 4 pimps sent to jail. An NDTV Hindu impact after a report that students of engineering colleges turned brokers. One of the deemed universities promises action against students. A top telecom executive from Chennai found dead in a swimming pool in Mumbai. Police investigating the case.
वेरीफाई कर रहे हैं अभी हमने इसमें एक्सीडेंट डेथ रजिस्टर किया है वी आर वेरीफाइंग ऑल द फैक्ट्स
Jayalalitha launches an attack on the state healthcare system, says that the government general hospital in Chennai is not hygienic enough. The final FIFA battle is here. Spain creates history as they beat Germany by a goal to enter the final for the first time ever. And for you radio buffs, the only English radio station in Chennai's Chennai Live turns to. Well, days after the Sri Lankan administration promised that they will not attack Indian fishermen even in their own waters, a fisherman hailing from Nagapattinam district died of cardiac arrest after Sri Lankan Navy personnel attacked the fishing boat he was travelling in last night. The army snatched the belongings of the crew, including their nets and their GPS systems, in the mid-sea yesterday. The deceased fisherman was identified as Chellappan, who ventured into the sea for fishing along with 12 others from Nagapattinam. Now, the Chief Minister seems to be on a serious offensive. Mr. Karunanidhi has strongly reacted to the death of the fisherman. He also announced a 3 lakh rupee compensation for the fisherman. In fact, the CM has written a strong worded letter to the Prime Minister, UPA Chairperson Sonia Gandhi and External Affairs Minister. He also said that the DMK's fishermen will go on a demonstration outside the Sri Lankan High Commission there in Tamil Nadu on the 10th to protest the attack on the fishermen. In a statement today, he said that this is not the first time this has happened. It has become a common phenomenon in mid-sea. We have approached the central government several times with letters and the issue has not been addressed. Now we have demanded immediate intervention of the central government and demanded strict action against the arrests and the killings. Well, our political reporter Shabir Ahmed now joins us live for more on that story. Shabir, quite a strong worded letter statement there from Mr. Karunanidhi. Several meetings by the leaders from Tamil Nadu cutting across party lines to condemn this. It looks like the Chief Minister is quite serious this time.
Definitely, Ram, it was unexpected that Chief Minister will react in such a strong manner, because in fact what we have been seeing for the past several years is that immediately whenever an attack happens, Vaiko will be the first one to condemn it, and after that it will be followed by the main opposition party leader Jayalalitha. But now this time Chief Minister has jumped his guns right now to protest, and he is on a warpath with the central government on this particular issue. In fact, he has announced 3 lakh rupees compensation, and in this matter is something which is of a serious concern. And in fact this has come at a time when Rajapakse has actually signed an agreement with the central government just a few days ago, saying that there will not be any attacks on the Indian fishermen if they even venture into the seas. That is something quite clear, but now it seems the situation is entirely different at the ground level, and in fact some people even say that this attack has come just days after Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi passing a resolution at the World Classical Tamil Conference over the Sri Lankan Tamils issue, and in fact it was also a strong demand placed before the central government by Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi once again in that international conference, saying that a political solution must be found to the Sri Lankan ethnic crisis. So something perhaps it could have been doing for that. It could have been a reaction from the Sri Lankan Navy. That is what some people say, but we will have to wait and see. And tomorrow there will be there will be some other political reactions from parties like the PMK, AIADMK and MDMK, but this time Chief Minister has jumped the gun, and this time he has also announced a massive demonstration right in front of the Sri Lankan Deputy High Commission on 10th of this month. So clearly Chief Minister is in no mood to relent over this issue, Ram.
That's right, Shabir. We clearly do expect some reactions from the AIADMK and the PMK tomorrow. In fact, the Chief Minister has, by quickly reacting, beat the Jayalalitha and Vaiko at their own game. But this is definitely not the first time such an incident happening. Why such a strong reaction this time? Some kind of a pre-poll hoopla?
Well, Ram, that is something which we will have to wait and see. But Chief Minister was quite clear at this moment. That is what we can sense at this point in time, that this is an issue which will actually his government will come under sharp criticism, because in fact during Rajapakse's visit to India, in fact many of his party men and MPs went and met Rajapakse at Delhi, and in fact they have also raised this particular issue. But after that he would have sensed that the opposition will repeatedly criticize him on this particular issue, and that is why Chief Minister is quite strong in pressurizing the central government, and in fact he has demanded strict action against the Sri Lankan army, and immediately he has demanded the Indian government's intervention into this particular issue. So that is something which we have to wait and see, that there has been a quick reaction from the Chief Minister, but we will have to wait and see how the central government reacts to this entire issue.
Right, Shabir, thanks a lot for joining us. Clearly, the Chief Minister has played a smart game by actually reacting so quickly to this matter, even before the PMK or the AIADMK criticize them as usual. Moving on, the state CBCID today busted a major prostitution racket in the city. 4 people alleged to have been pimps in this racket have been sent to the Pual jail on judicial custody. This includes the women running the brothel as well. In fact, we have reports of a minor girl being forced into flesh trade at a house in Mogilavakkam near Porur, from where the minor girl was rescued along with 3 other women. One of the arrested pimps even claimed he was an assistant to a cinema director. Bangalore witnessed a gruesome murder today. A woman lawyer stabbed to death in the corridors of law in Karnataka. 25-year-old JS Navina was fatally stabbed in the neck and a ear by a man wearing an advocate's robe in front of Court Hall number 4 of the Karnataka High Court at 1:50 p.m. during lunch hours. Well, it's an NDTV Hindu impact. Remember, we got you the investigative report of how students in engineering colleges, mainly North Indians, students are playing brokers to get more admissions for their colleges for the greed of petty cash. And it's not just petty cash, it's actually quite some cash, minimum of 50,000 rupees per seat. In fact, on Monday, one engineering student, Nirbhay, became the victim of this ugly trading of seats in education after NDTV Hindu sting operation, which we broke to you on this very bulletin yesterday. The college administration has promised to take severe action against those students who bring disrepute. The management of Dr. MGR Deemed University says it takes no capitation fees from its students and will crack down on broker students. Well, this is what the Vice-Chancellor had to say.
I would like to basically clarify that the whole incident is a bit dramatized. As one could walk into our college, you could very clearly see display boards which say that there is absolutely no capitation and absolutely no commission or anything of that nature. Well, you know, it so happens that it's a bit unfortunate. Even I am basically aware of the rumors that there are indeed people of this caliber. But but we have no facts to verify them. As far as the part of the management issues that I want to tell you is, definitely we have no issues of taking any commission, no donation or things.
Well, time to slip into a short break, but on the other side, an NGO uses the football frenzy for a noble cause.